Hey everybody, it's Lance the Lush, back once again reporting live from the R.Shea Brewing Company here in the Merriman Valley section of Akron, Ohio. And today we're talking about Rubber City Red. Now, Lush fans, I got a little backstory on this one. Now, we gotta go all the way back in the last year and look at some of my videos from Rubber City Beer Fest of all places. And that's where I originally met R.Shea. Now, me and him, we actually talked for a while, and I'm not talking about on camera, this was off camera. And I didn't talk to him for a while. Then all of a sudden he pops up at Mustard Seed Market or by my house. You know, I knew he was gonna be there. And we talked for a good 2 hours, You know, Mr. Shea, he put everything into this location. And for that, I salute you. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this red is this is the very first one I ever had from the R.Shea Brewing Company. The very first one. I'll be the first person to admit it. And on this one, I was completely hooked. And Lush fans, you've heard me talk about it. I am not a fan of red ales. I never have been and probably never will be. Maybe because I've never seen one that I actually wanted, like, and drink consistently. But this is probably let me scratch that. This is the only one I drink. And it's not because I know the person, because it's actually really that good. Now, when I had it back then, I know it was at a beer festival. I really didn't ask questions. I drunk it, I liked it, and I was sold. Now, for you Lush fans, for the record, I must state this. The description says as following, I read right off his beer list. This ale represents over 2 years of recipe development. I wanted the amber color with plenty of toasty maltiness and enough hop to offset along with a tiny bit of roasted flavor. And Lush fans, I'll go into that more in depth, but for the records, I must say it. The alcohol by volume is 4.5%, and the IBUs are 34. Now, Lush fans, I've always subjective when I do reviews. Now, in this particular one, I'm gonna throw everything out the window and go totally against what this channel is always about. I want to talk about the brew itself. Now, when you first look at it, it has that dark amber color. Now, I know you can't tell on the camera, but this is pretty much near maroon. It really is. I mean, I know you can't tell on the camera, but it has a ton of carbonation in it. Now, Lush fans, other than the quadruple I had here at R.Shea Brewing, it has a lot of carbonation. Now, I know for a fact that a lot of people like it, and a lot of people don't. Now, carbonation is good if it's done right. And a lot of it has to do with their carbonation system. I totally understand that. But this was done right. Now, it has a finger ahead. Now, if you watch my reviews, this is the normal glass I use. So this is about to be inspected. Now, the latency is very, very good so far. Head retention is excellent. Now, there's a lot of your viewers out there, even if those you're watching that enjoy good craft beer, they know exactly what I'm talking about in this one. So keep that in mind. Excuse me. So keep that in mind. Now, if I go back and look at the description, because I want to give you the 100% honest reason why I like this one, is that, I mean, it has that toasty malt. Now I'm going to taste it here again because when I had it back then, I knew there was something up back then, and when I had it at Mustard Seed, Mustard Seed when they first opened, they had it there back then also. I kind of knew because a lot of the tap systems, whatnot. But I already knew that. So we're gonna take a taste now and see what we think. This is definitely different. Let me explain why. When you have your own system set up, and the people who know craft beer knows this, it's a whole lot different versus a trade show, you know, beer festivals, out of a bottle, out of a can. When you're at the location directly, you taste the difference immediately. And you get those roasted malts. And I need to get Ron over here because this probably be the one to talk about specifically. You know, the best way to describe this one is like this. A lot of people I know for a fact don't like red ale. And that's for a myriad of reasons. You know, I totally understand that. This is something, I understand why it's served totally cold, but this is one of those ones you can probably slide by serving at room temperature. And the reason I say that because it's so easy drinking, and you can go in any direction as far as food pairing. If you're one of the people who want to pair with food, I mean, you can put it with steak, you can put it with chicken, you can put it with pasta. I mean, you can put it with seafood. You can put a lot of things. This is not me rambling here. I'm just being real with you. Now, Lush fans, now you already know I'm giving it 5 chocolates. You know that going in. But this is one of the rare times I'm being 100% biased, and I'm gonna let that know right at the start of this review. This is one of those ones to where it's really easy drinking, and Lush fans, you know, even though I just have, even with me having all the stomach problems right now, this has no bearing. And I can tell already because I did take a couple sips in, but I already know that I'll have no bearing on that. Now I'm not saying do it. I'm no doctor, so keep that in mind. It's just me. There's nothing else really to say. I mean, it's an excellent beverage. The Lush recommends, if you get your hands on it, if you're in Akron, I totally recommend you coming down here in Maryland Valley having it. Now, for the record, I'm pretty sure this is the only craft brewery here in town. Let me back that up. Within the city limits, there's 3. There's here, Thirsty Dog, Akron. But as far as the setup, it was actually done right. Now, you would think you walked into a jazz club. I'm being dead honest. And it was done totally 100% correct. That's another video for another day. Well, Lush fans, I'm gonna get off here. I'm done rambling. Well, this is R.Shea Brewing Company's Rubber City Red, and stay tuned for the next edition of Lush.